There are corners of the labyrinth where the world softens, where danger eases its grip, not out of mercy, but out of reverence. Greetings. I'm the Venture Weaver, and welcome to today's episode 13, The Temple of Knowledge. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Now on to the show. The Temple of Knowledge is born from that feeling, that hushed, sacred quiet you experience when you step inside a place that has survived far longer than the hands that built it. I wanted this temple to be a sanctuary, but not the comforting kind. I wanted it to be the kind of sanctuary that reminds you of how small you are. When you first step inside, there's a sense that you've trespassed somewhere holy, a place where isn't what is just stored but worshipped, a place that understanding itself rose beyond human boundaries and became something divine. I imagine a sanctum where the air hums with intelligence, where the walls echo with the weight of forgotten minds, and where every shelf, every table, every page whispers a truth that someone long ago died believing in this. Towering bookcases, those were my love letter to the libraries I've never got to visit as a child. Places that felt infinite, even though there were only a few aisles long. Places where secrets rested just beyond the reach of my fingertips, and stories seemed to breathe the moment I touched their spines. But in Temple of Knowledge, the wonder is twisted by something else, something older, something unsettled. Curtains drape over windows like veils at a funeral. Dust hangs thick in the air as if the world itself hasn't exhaled in generations, and with every step you feel the prickle of unseen eyes, watching, analyzing, and always remembering you. That sensation that was intentional knowledge, especially ancient knowledge, is rarely passive. It observes, it judges, and decides what you are worthy of knowing. That's why I love it. As you wander deeper, the silence grows heavier until even the rhythm of your heartbeat feels intrusive, and in the oppressive quiet, shapes flicker in the core of your soul, forming visions, figures that move not with the footsteps but with purpose. Because this temple is not abandoned, it is waiting. Candles ignite in unison, but as they're awakened by their presence, energy stirs the air like a rising storm. Phantom echoes drift through the chambers, bringing with them ghosts of past eras and the quiet ache of knowledge lost. The deeper corridors were destined and disdained, and they are designed to feel endless, not because they stretch into infinity, but because the mind struggles to grasp rooms built at a scale beyond mortal comprehension. The archives that defy geometry, hallways that echo with memories you never lived, rooms that shift their shape depending on what you fear or what you seek. This is where reality becomes flexible. And then past the archives, past the dust, past the swirling arcane energies, you reach something else. A machine. A mechanical behemoth towering in the dark, steam hissing from its ancient joints. It isn't a guardian and it isn't a threat. It is a question. A relic of a civilization that understood knowledge not as parchment and ink, but as gears and pistons and cold, unyielding logic. Then comes the cry, the harrowing sound echoing through the halls, choked with soot, a cry carrying grief, warning you and the world around you. Something else you can't quite name is here, and it's with you. It was important to me that players feel the moment where knowledge ceases to enlighten and begins to consume, because not all truth is gentle, not all learning is safe, and not all wisdom is meant to be touched. The green light that shimmers in the darkness is malevolent, but it isn't benevolent either. It simply is a reminder that some knowledge exists without caring for who finds it. And then the portraits. A single figure staring back at you. No words, no explanation, just a silent wait, as if daring you to understand its significance. Finally, all paths lead to the heart of the temple, halls of gold and emerald, the radiant platforms, the statues standing sentry like frozen judges of fate. Here stands the keeper of knowledge, ancient, ethereal, and broken by time. a being that has watched eras rise and collapse, and who has seen wisdoms used as both salvation and as a weapon. Its presence is not a threat, it is a threshold. Meeting the Keeper is the moment where the player, and in many ways, I must confront the truth about the labyrinth's design. This world is not built on courage or strength or survival alone. It is built upon what we choose to understand and what we choose to ignore. The final descent, the walls tightening, the world collapsing, asking its final question: how many more souls can carry on this way before the world around them breaks? And when the burst of light finally takes you, ripping you from the temple, delivering you into a wide, serene field, it is not salvation. It is a release. Because the Temple of Knowledge does not imprison the unworthy. It simply shows them the cost of understanding the truth.